Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Dragon RPG. My name is John, and today I'm going to be talking about the monster cards, the challenge rating 0 to 5, and then challenge rating 6 to 16 decks. So, I got these off Amazon, only because Gale Force 9, in my opinion, I don't know, a lot of times they drop the ball and I just refuse to pay full retail for their products. Their cards specifically. Yeah, I know that might be kind of mean to say, but I just think that they, like on, the Mordekainen's Tome of Foes video that I released when I opened those cards, there were a lot of them that did not have art. They just had a symbol. And I just feel like if you're charging this much, then you can afford to pay some artists to kind of fill in the gaps with artwork. If you don't have artwork available to you for certain monsters, then hire an artist to to fill in the gaps. So I don't know. There's a lot of issues I've had with Gale Force 9 stuff. I know there are spell cards sometimes. At least in the beginning, because I bought them back in the day. And the spell cards sometimes they've got misprints and they're not accurate, and it's just, Gale Force 9 hasn't really impressed me with their cards, but I do like having the monster cards with the stats and stuff. So we're just going to flip through these real quick. When they do have art on the cards, the art is great. I mean, I love 5e's art. I just think that, and I have not seen these yet, obviously. I just opened them, so maybe they don't do that in this deck. So far, so good. It looks like everybody's got art. So, yeah. This deck might be a lot better than the Mordekainen's Tome of Foes deck. Yeah, these are nice. See, I don't mind that Ghast and Ghoul have the same artwork, but at least there's artwork instead of the Ghast having one piece of art and then the Ghoul just being some generic symbol. So I don't mind. I don't even mind if it's a Ghast and a Ghoul with the same artwork. I still would like to see monster artwork on every card. So, Githyanki, love it. Yeah, so far so good. So far it seems like these all have art. And for the most part, unique art. I think the Ghast and the Ghoul are the only ones so far that have shared a piece of art. See, even the Hobgoblin and the Goblin Captain are different. So, yeah, this deck I think is a lot better. It's going to take me time to obviously figure out, just by playing with these, if any of the stat information is wrong or misprinted. But hopefully not. So far so good. First portion of the deck down. All of the cards had art. Alright. Lizard Folk, Lizard King and Queen. See, so far so good. I see, look, the Mephits. Nice. I love the Mephits. I've used them quite a few times in games. I'm pretty sure all of these actually have art. It's good. Ooh, Myconid Sprout and Adult Myconid. Those are cool cards. See? Bone Naga, Guardian, and Spirit. I don't mind that these are the same pieces of art. At least there's art. I sound like a broken record, but I just feel like when they expect you to pay so much for a deck of cards, they should all have art. These are really fantastic looking. It's of course mainly the monster manual art, but I would say that some of these, like that Myconid Sprout, that was probably a unique piece of art for this deck. Very nice. So all of these had artwork on them, and there's only been 2 instances where I have seen repeat art, and that's okay. I'd rather have repeat art than just some random symbol. Now for the big cards. Rug of Smothering. What is this? A Banshee. Spectre. Nice. Yeah, these are awesome. Dark Mantle. Nice Shadow Demon. Barb Devil. Yeah, I'm really loving the art on these. It's just nice when you're at the table and your players can't quite picture what they need to be picturing. That you can hold these up and say, look, this is what you're facing. So I do love cards like this. The hags are awesome. Green Hag, Night Hag, Sea Hag. That's always been one of my favorite pieces of Harpy art. Hopefully this is all in focus. I have not really been paying attention. The Intellect Devourer. I just got a mini off of eBay for an Intellect Devourer, because I'm using them in my game. So this deck seems to not have the problem of using a generic random symbol for some of their monsters, and I do appreciate that. Nice Pseudo Dragon. Yeah. Alright, well, I would say that this deck is a success. Like I said, I'm not hard to please. I just expect there to be art on Monster Manual cards. So far, so good, though. I don't know what happened with Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. Maybe they got lazy, but the Mordenkainen deck is the same price retail as this deck. I think. I'll have to double check that real quick. Mordenkainen's was $24.99. And this is $24.99 US and $33.99 Canadian. So, in my opinion, the Mordenkainen's deck should not have cost that much. First of all, it didn't have as many cards as this deck. And, you know, there's at least 30 or 40 cards in that deck that don't have artwork. So, alright, I guess there's not as many in these, but that makes sense because these are starting to get into higher level creatures. Right off the bat, I see the Chimera. I honestly can't believe it took me this long to pick up these cards. Usually I make note cards of any monsters or creatures I'm using in my game, but I just don't have time anymore. When I was younger, I could give a lot of time to DMing, but when you're an adult and you've got to work, and you guys know how it is. That's always been one of my favorite pieces of Blue Dragon art. It was the first picture I had used of a Blue Dragon on my channel. Yeah, so far all of these have art. All the different giants. More Githyanki. Yeah, good. Alright, so there's the smaller cards, and then the bigger cards probably have, I would imagine, the bigger cards also all have art. Time will tell with the stat cards. Yeah, it looks like so far so good with these two. Nice chain double. These are all fantastic. Look at that dragon turtle. Priestess of Loth. Yeah, all of these have unique art. And I like that. I always like that Mind Flayer in the monster manual. Well, I would call this deck awesome too. So, like I said, that's a cool Treant. Like I said, I mean, it's going to take some time for print errors and whatnot to reveal themselves on the stat blocks and whatever. So, but I do appreciate the art on these cards and the fact that they didn't try to get cheap like with the Mordenkainen's deck. I'm not sure what happened with that deck, but they need a redo maybe. This one retails for $15.99, so that's not too bad for challenge rating 6 through 16. So if you're thinking about picking these up, I would say if you can get these on sale, go for it. If you have to pay full retail, I suppose that these aren't as bad. I always give Gale Force 9 a hard time, but honestly, these look pretty good. There's only just a few instances of recycled art, but that, like I said, does not bother me when they just skip out on full art just because they don't want to pay an artist to make a unique piece and they just put a symbol there instead. That kind of bothers me. But yeah, these are good. I like these. I can't wait to start using them in my game. This will save me a lot of time. Let me know if you use anything like this, or if you have the Pathfinder cards. I know Draven Swiftbow did a review of the Pathfinder 2E cards, and those are incredible compared to these. Pathfinder blows Gale Force 9 out of the water with their monster cards. So, but I am happy to have these. The collector in me is pleased, so let me know in the comments down below if you have bought and used these and what you think, and if you have found any errors in the stat block sections of any of these cards, because I know with the spell cards I had found quite a few errors. I know that there's been re-releases of those, and hopefully they have fixed all of that by now. But I'm simply not going to spend more money getting updated spell cards. So, alright guys, I will talk to you all in the next video. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.